The chat, mate. First in, best dress as always. This is the final stream of 2023. I'm probably gonna have to get up in a second and just get my coffee. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. It's kind of on the brew as we speak. Pardon me. What a day. Well, I mean, yesterday was the day really where they did all the announcements for JP. Whether or not Global is getting anything, we're not sure yet. Mr. Bob is also in. How are we, lads and ladettes? And Dark Monkey, how are we? Wow, chat is going off already. Last stream of 2023. Obviously, I won't be around next week to stream, so this will be the last one. I'm keen, but I'm going to try and still get some content made up for when I'm away. Yeah, there'll be nothing live, but I'll still do guides and stuff and that. Who's winning the Wheelo Awards this year? What would you put as the Wheelo Award? Is he like the biggest meme award or what? Stutch, morning mate, how you going? Give me 2 secs, guys. I'm just going to quickly grab my coffee. Alright, sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. How are we? If anyone is watching the replay of this, this is my weekly regular stream. I usually kick off by just wasting my boosts whilst I welcome the chat. Holidays have started off from work. Give me 6 weeks off, mate. What do you do, by the way? That gives you 6 weeks off. Bloody hell, that'd be nice. I'll finish up on Thursday morning. I feel it's fairly expected. Global Sync was heavily insinuated to be for the 10th anniversary, and Chain Battle seemed to have a pretty low engagement with players in the app. Yeah, look, I was pretty active yesterday when all that news was coming through on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So I have made my thoughts pretty clear. I'll go through that in a second on stream just to make sure that I've articulated myself in a more verbal way. I feel like that's the most clear way you could possibly. Obviously on text messages and comments and stuff, it's hard for people to truly gauge how you're feeling. People apply aggression when there isn't some, and vice versa. If Willow was an option in the Dokkan Awards survey, he would easily win this STR Super Gajiri Award, with Pilaf being second. Fair enough. Fair enough. If that's your pick, that's your pick. By the way, yeah, I'll be going through and rating other all your guys' votes if you have voted. So jump in the Discord. There should be a link below in the info of the stream or the video. Post your votes. What channel would be posted in? You know what? Just for the sheer meme of it, there's a channel in the Dokkan Battle section called Chain Battle. Why don't we just make use of that, seeing as that's going to be dead in the water soon? I need to turn these intros off. Sorry, I just realized. You're a teacher, Stutch. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, cool. And forgive me, you're South Australian, I believe. Because I know we're different time zones. I remember that from the first time you jumped in the stream. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Harudagan is a great pick. I agree, 100% agree. Yeah, Dart Monkey 69. Throw your picks if you can in that server, that Chain Battle server of my Discord, and I'll discuss them over stream and talk about your picks, and you can maybe reply to a few questions I might have. But going back to that, Mr. Bob, yeah, I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Harudagan are a great pick. They're not necessarily my they're not getting me out of bed so much. I'm not super hyped for them personally. That's just me though. I'm not trying to at all bring a dampener onto the fact that they're coming. I'm actually really happy. I think it's a good bit of diversity for the game. The movie has had very little representation in Dokkan in general, and I know a lot of people. I've had a reply saying like, "Oh, it's just another Goku." Like, yeah, sure, but it's a Super Saiyan 3, and that category. Take it from someone who is a Giant Ape Power. Like any Giant Ape Power buffs we get, like Super Saiyan 4 buffs, I celebrate because they're so few and far between, because there's so little kind of representation in the anime to sort of draw reference from. So we rely on heroes a lot, and Super Saiyan 3 is in a very similar state. May not be my favorite category in the game, but I can understand why it is for a lot of other people. So it's an amazing thing that, you know, we're getting another a premium Super Saiyan 3 buff. Obviously, we just got Rose, but again, being heroes, they're few and far between to start with. So I think it's a really, really good pick. Hirudegarn will be really interesting. It's interesting to see his links and his categories and things like that. That was the same for me with Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta release, but they have actually become my new favorite release of the year. Yeah, I've got to actually finally got a good gameplay recording that I'm gonna do an ultimate showcase on. I'll probably work on that today. Hopefully, I'll have it out by tomorrow is the aim. But I've got a fair bit of work to do before Christmas. A lot of people want their Christmas mow and garden in before the family comes, kind of thing. So I'm gonna be pretty flat out. And then I obviously travel, or maybe I'll travel. Where I'm traveling to just got hit by a cyclone and is currently flooding in the region. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I can certainly understand that. Their inconsistencies, I think, will grow in apparency, if that's a phrase that makes any sense. Given that there are additionals that rely on maybe being supers for them to get extra strength for the following appearance, I think it could be a little bit, and I've seen it happen a little bit myself, where it can be frustrating at times. But again, I mean, that's the nature of Dokkan, really. But yeah, going back to the announcement, Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn is a really good pick. I'm disappointed that they've even considered not sharing the celebration, if I'm being totally honest. It's a baffling thing to me. You're working in landscaping, the environmental section. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in a very similar sort of role. Yeah, it's weird to me that they've decided to go like, look, last year we're sharing New Year's. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, the year before you decided to share Golden Week for the first time, and that remained shared following. That makes sense. You know, one at a time we'll share each celebration. It's weird to me that they've gone, okay, we'll share New Year's. It's a special occasion. Sure, whatever. That doesn't really mean too much. They can share anything they want, really. Like I said, look at Golden Week. But then they've gone, okay, we've got no plans to sync, but you're going to share New Year's anyway. Cool, great, cool, thank you. Really appreciate that. And then they've gone, okay, by the way, we are going to work to sync the versions, the schedules of the versions at least. Oh, but we're not going to sync New Year's anymore. Well, at least not this year. What? Like, are you kidding? Like, assumably, next year will be synced anyway, if not the year after. So they're just going to, like, have a couple of years where they're just unsyncing New Year's. It's just, it's weird to me. It's odd. If there was a physical Raditz award for the biggest meme, well, I think, yeah, I've been asked about doing a meme award. The difficulty I've come with that, or come to with that, is that it's hard to, like, I wanted to keep the awards kind of a little bit, how best to explain this? Like, I wanted the nominees to be quite specific. That's why it was easy to just have units as the nominees. Whereas memes, like, do I just put Super Saiyan 4 Goku's picture there because he says small potatoes, or do I put the quote there? I'm unsure how to approach the potential of a meme category, but I am open to expanding things next year, like a free-to-play unit award, an OST award will certainly get added. As someone who plays on mute, OST was very difficult for me to sort of get behind to start with, and I wanted to limit it for the first year just while we got traction anyway. And I think I'll split a lot of the awards. Maybe I'll do a best and a worst, or what I think I might do, Stutch might be more familiar with this because I'm not sure if it's an Australian thing or not, but I don't know if any of you are in like tipping comps for footy or sports or anything like that, but the way it usually works, at least in the tipping comps that I've ever been in. So for those who don't know what a tipping comp is and are unfamiliar with sports more than others, a tipping comp is basically, you know, you and your mates or you and everyone down the pub put in $2 each as an entry fee, and every week when the football's on, you vote for sorry, you put in who you think is going to win the matches of that week. At the end, if you get like all of them right, you get extra. It doesn't matter. At the end of the season, basically, whoever has got the most right takes home 70% of all the entrance fees. Whoever gets the second most right gets 20%. Whoever gets the third most right gets 10%. So this is the first, second, and third. However, the catch is that whoever gets last either gets their money back, so they get $2 back, whatever. It's nothing. It's just a bit of a laugh, or they get a carton of beer. You know what I mean? So I'm tempted to put kind of like a last place, like first, second, third, and last, if that makes sense. But then again, that's difficult to do with the Raditz Award, I guess. They should sync the banners at least for right now. I'm unsure if they're going to do that for New Year's this year, and it's disappointing if that's the case. The way I see the global sync will happen in a year, so I don't... Well, again, I feel like people keep going into this whole sync thing as if it needs to happen all at once, or it's not going to happen. And it's odd to me that they're not just... I mean, well, I thought they were. The way they just kind of... through the Peppy Gals, the Mamba and 18 banner, they just kind of threw it in randomly, like with no real kind of period, like it was alongside another banner or whatever. I'm going to do Broly, why not? So I thought they'd just chip away at it, like do one banner at a time. Like let's go back 2 weeks, or let's go back a month, right? Where are we? December, November. Yeah, let's go back a month where we're in Heroes. Heroes has always been synced. Worldwide Celebration before that has been synced for several years now. So at the time, you'd think that everything that currently is shared would remain shared. And then when they go, oh, well, the Dokkan Fest 21 that's coming next is now shared as well. That's brand new. Oh, okay, cool. You're just doing this one banner at a time. And sure, things are going to be still out of sync. That's great. But just chip away at it. I feel like that's the easiest way to go about it. But hey, who knows? What's Archie's race today, by the way? Let's have a look. Wait, where a search? They changed the thing. Where's Archie? I'm pretty sure I searched him recently. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, what's Archie's race? Wait, has he not got one? Oh, he's been talking about all the news like we have. What do we got? Shadow Dragons Red Zone. Okay, so the Shadow Dragons Red Zone versus Battle of Fate. No support memories. You can also use any unit that has Bulma in its name. I mean, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So okay, that makes sense. Battle of Fate plus Bulma, basically. So yeah, you're using the anniversary units as your leader, most likely. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to use that because Battle of Fate also includes World Tournament Goku, who I'd like to use. Battle of... Well, let me just quickly add Bulma to the team, because she's coming, obviously. Battle of Fate. Down the bottom, isn't it? Yep. Alright, now I'm going to... Yeah, like I said, I want to use World Tournament Goku. I haven't used him enough. What does he lead again? Earthbred Fighters and Powerful Comebacks. So, Battle of Fate and Earthbred Fighters. What do we got? Well, let's showcase this rotation. These two here are actually not a bad rotation. It's less good for Goku than it is for Gohan. It's more of a defensive linking setup than it is an offensive linking setup. That's there. Well, let's look at Powerful Comeback. I'll just get rid of Earthbred Fighters. Well, I guess we'll take the GT trio and let's take UI Goku for a bit of shocking. Oh no, shocking speed's already present. It shouldn't really matter. I'm gonna take you. Why not? He's fun. I like that easy 8. Sorry, let me just catch up on the chat. It's going to be an exciting time for the game. I started to listen to Area 32 OST recently, and so again, I play on mute, so you're probably going to have to educate me here. Do quest mode, does it have its own OST, or is it a unit's OST that is specifically played during certain stages. It's most likely going to be a transition where they slowly get closer up until the 10th anniversary where they're fully caught up. I agree. If that's the case, 10th anniversary is like 18 months after they announced it. I just don't think that's not smart of them to have announced it so early, considering they're asking for our money on a consistent basis, basically. So, hey, please buy stones to summon on every banner is their business plan. Let's be real. Like, that is what they want. Why then would they go, okay, we know that you can see what's coming. We're going to tell you now that soon you're going to get the latest stuff. But that's not going to happen for 18 months. So, but please keep supporting our game and buying. Why would we? Why, theoretically, anyone who buys stones, why would they bother until the 10th anniversary now? If they came out, let's just say hypothetically, they came out yesterday and said, 10th anniversary is it. Until then, you're not going to be synced up. Why would we summon until the 10th anniversary? Obviously, that's going to be a big event, bigger than a normal event. And if I'm being totally honest with you, the 10th anniversary is probably going to be the biggest anniversary since the 7th. I think we'll get an EX part again, because I think that's a special occasion type thing. So, yeah. We're pretty close, exactly. So why stop? Why stop progressing? Like, I don't know. If we're close enough as it is, why dial it back? I don't know. I have 3 teams ready to go. See if anything. There's no other. Oh, hang on. We need to stop that. Where is Super Saiyan Goku? Well, I'm going to keep. Yeah, this here. You can do that. Goku could finish things off here because he is that good. I shouldn't have. See, the thing with Ultimate Gohan, in my opinion, I think the best tactic to build him up is to not get his 24 key, but get his 20 key. Especially if he's not if he doesn't have type advantage. If he can kind of wall himself out in those initial phases by getting the additional but not getting the effective versus all types, I think that's his best approach to being built up. But, Jesus, it's like, he's good. I really like him. We'll float him on his next appearance so that he can come in contact with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's the rotation that we're going to try and aim for. Actually, no. Oh, we'll see what happens. And there's the triple super, first turn. See what I mean? Sure, again. But, I mean, it's RNG. Great. But, I mean, that's still the same as... that's no different, really, to the new... Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're definitely not... I'm going to float Bulma here because this is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku's standby, obviously. I didn't expect that many attacks in that slot. Are we still going to get a 5 key? We will. Those... Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, we are. The tech orbs. 20... Yeah, look at that. Crazy. I love Ultimate Gohan, but his key issues and 30% chance of a normal pisses me off when using him. Look, I totally understand that, but, I mean, it's kind of just the way... Oh, are we facing 6 attacks or 5 there? I think it's 6 total, so that dodge could have hurt us. No, it looks like 6, so I think we still got the standby coming next turn. Cool. Oh, this is a race, isn't it? I'm not sure. I'm horrible at races, just so you know. I really do not move quickly through things. I like to think about it and I like to work out who's coming on rotation where and who we can kind of line up in which way. But it looks like we're moving pretty quickly anyway, so we'll see how we go. And obviously Goku's standby kind of doesn't work too well when it comes to moving quickly. Who we got coming next? Oh, we've probably got the World Tournament Goku coming next turn, actually. Both the leaders should be on rotation. Yeah. Alright, well, it was the other Goku that got hit last turn, I believe. Yeah, look at that defense. So, and also given the key situation here, what I need to do is tinker around with it for Gohan, which I think is how we've managed to get it done there. Yep, perfect. Easy. What's the Dokkan Olympics? I participated in the Dokkan Olympics. That shit was fun as hell. Even won it. What is the Dokkan Olympics? That's cool. That's an interesting concept. Yeah, I've not heard of it. I apologize. Please explain. So how many shots was that? 5. So my Goku, the leader, will have all of the necessary hits from guarding. He needs 5 hits while guarding. He needs 10 hits overall. So he just needs 5 hits of any. Even if his guard's not active, he'll be fully built up after 5 more hits. Interesting kind of design choice, that one. I do like this unit a lot, though. He's very, very good. 15 million. Not even fully built up. Really? Okay. Okay, so what does it entail? Oh, we didn't get an additional super. That's a shame. Jay Fanta, okay. Yeah, I've had a little bit of chats with Jay Fanta here and there. I mean, not much. I sent him a set of the cards when I was doing the cards. That's not... Did you genuinely just not change any orbs? Bro. It consisted of multiple races where you get the Reddit's been a little bit funny recently. They were quite receptive to the Dokkan Awards, but they were a bit funny about a lot of other things that I do, especially since they come back from that little hiatus or whatever it is. Multiple races where you got points based on with your first, second, or third. Is it just races then? He would spin wheels where category restrictions. Okay, that's interesting, I guess. Well, I'm going to beef up my Goku because I want to. I need to make sure that we're still getting 5 orbs, so I think that's the way. Yeah, because that's 5 orbs there. What's Is he getting really like a million? It's 800k. He'll be very close to a million after receiving a couple of attacks. Because if it's just races for the Dokkan Olympics, without meaning to sound like critical, I don't think that's like oh wow, there's a proper monetary award. Wow, interesting. Yeah, if it's just races, then I would argue it's not much of an Olympics. I guess in the sense that, you know, Olympics to me is a multitude of different displays of skill, if that makes sense. Whereas if it's just like who's the best at races overall, then I would argue that's just like a World Cup of Dokkan races, so to speak. I think there's a difference between like a World Cup of a specific sport and the Olympics. Though I can understand why you just call it the Olympics. That's perfectly fine. But are you sealed or locked? You're sealed. Okay, whatever. I'll pop you. That shouldn't matter. We'll get the 20 key there. We're going to miss out. Oh, he is sealed as well. Okay, don't worry about it. So yeah, he gets... Oh, okay, I thought he got one more link from being with Super Saiyan 4 Goku there. To be fair, if it was pre-7th anniversary and the category restrictions for some of them were more, if you could even clear them. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'd be interested to see like a Dokkan Olympics if there was like, there was a race. Oh, there you go. There's a double super. So he's fully built up now, Gohan. Obviously, no intro skill remaining. I would throw a few different things in there. I'm not sure. Maybe a few challenges, and I'm not sure how to properly make challenges. Like, it's not my forte, I guess. For example, hang on a sec. So you're fully built up now. You only get all in the family there, so it's not really all that valuable. We're going to go bang with Bulma. She'll get the additional. And Goku doesn't need all those orbs, so we'll save them for the next rotation. This should be good. We can nullify the super attack as well. We're still guarding. It was live streamed and might try and fight him again. Okay. We didn't nullify, but we're tanking anyway. It doesn't really matter. 7.6. Yeah, I would... what would you do for challenges? Like, obviously a race. Like, you'd always have a race. I'd love to see what other ideas for, like, just unique challenges could be. Maybe, like... And maybe racing is kind of just the bedrock of the Olympics, but maybe have a thing where like, okay, the challenge is to get, let's just say for example, you want to get LR AGL Gohan's transformation out. Like you cannot compete like or whoever can get LR Gohan's or even the most damage. Okay, that maybe is a little bit more specific, and maybe it's really difficult. Who knows? But maybe if the challenge was who can get the most damage with LR AGL Gohan as Super Saiyan 2. So the task is to get his transformation out to start with, which is hard enough. B, get it out early so you're doing maximum damage. And C, tailoring your... I think that's still enough for Gohan in the second slot. Oh, yeah, it is. Tailoring your... See, he's going to be good here with all the links from him. So yeah, look at that. 5 out of 7 links. Will be quite good here. So yeah, tailoring the challenge to challenging units, if that makes sense. And then obviously you want to go into it and make it free for all stages. Like what stage is the best to go into at a point where Gohan's transformation is available. Oh, that KO screen. Yes. Yeah, big potatoes. Yeah, tailoring it in that way. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what is the best stage that we can go into to get Gohan's transformation out early and then cause the most possible damage? Like, what would it be? I'm actually asking as well because I'm not 100% sure myself. Well, oh, she's locked. We've got a Sensu Bean, so I'm going to use this. Oh, it was a no item run, wasn't it? It was meant to be, but I don't care. I'm more or less just having fun here. Bang. She's going to just obliterate this boss. Maybe you could have a race, but you have side objectives that's similar to like what you said, getting notorious. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. Like, or getting... some of them are a bit too orange. Like, I was going to say something to do with defense, but that's kind of difficult because a lot of it, you're probably requiring the boss to super, I guess, to kind of show off defense. Even, I mean, I wonder how you'd go doing things like getting the most specific type orbs in a single race, therefore kind of encouraging you to build a team around orb changing and specific type orb changes. Yeah, I would be more inclined to go that direction if I was going to... Jesus, 10 mil. 9 mil, sorry. Well, 9.9, so it's 10 mil. Hey, Urban, how are you, mate? I die to the lock all the time. Yeah, it's... Yeah, the reason actually I have... No, you're right, mate, Urban. There's no need to be sorry for being late. I'm here for a couple of hours. There's plenty of time. I'm only half an hour in. You're always welcome at any time. I never expect anyone to be in first thing. Yeah, actually, the reason I have a Sensu Bean in my item slot at the moment is because I was... spoiler alert, the showcase for the Super Saiyan Trio. I don't have them, obviously. Hey, that was a good time, at least. Was... Uni essays being uni essays. Yeah, I know how that used to be. I hated them. What is your most hated unit that they have released? Maybe something not like the physical Raditz, but a unit you are hype. Well, honestly, I voted for it. My votes, I'll just go to my Instagram just to sort of show it on the screen. I voted for the Z Duo. As third place for my Raditz award for that exact reason. It just really bugged me how I just don't think they're very... They are good, and they can be good, but it's not the content for them. The current meta does not suit them at all. And I think... no, actually, the Sensu Bean... Pardon me, sorry, I didn't even finish that train of thought. The Sensu Bean was for the Cooler Core. The Cooler Core. As fate would have it, they kept sealing my Super Saiyan Trio, and funnily enough, they did again during the showcase run that ended up being the recording. So it wasn't a no item run, but it was a Sensu Bean. And also on that turn, we had Tech Goku and Vegeta with low HP. So the Sensu Bean also meant we got the fusion animation off, which was always good to see. But yeah, no, look, this is harsh. This is very harsh. But it's just how disappointed I am in how hard it is to get them to be good. Sorry, I think the crickets are just going mad behind me here. That's quite loud. I'm sorry. It's just, yeah, they really disappoint me. And the way it currently works at the moment, like, yeah, sure, their standby is really good. It's relatively free. You can get it quite easily. But it kind of works against you in the sense that, like, if you do get it out really early and you're still in the fight when the Spirit Bomb goes off, the Spirit Bomb I don't think is that powerful, at least at 55%. B, even if you wanted it to be powerful, the crit chance that you build up in their duo form, their crit chance does not carry over to the standby. So you do not have a 50% chance to crit for the Spirit Bomb. That's another thing that just bugs me. And C, when you come out after that Spirit Bomb, which for me at least usually hits like a wet blanket, because you're not going to, and frankly, you shouldn't be building them for crit anyway in the hidden potential, because they do build crit in their other form. I honestly think they're a dodge build personally, but that's just me. I just think that when you come out of that standby after the Spirit Bomb, which is very unlikely to kill, they're just kind of even further behind them defensively than what they would have been anyway, because they haven't been able to stack because they've been in the standby situation. So you're kind of like, oh shit, I'm just here with a unit that relies on pure defense that hasn't had an opportunity to stack because I was worried about their defense early in the fight, pre-stack anyway. So now they're just a deer in the headlights against a boss that's just going to absolutely slap them to bits with normals. They should have had an extra piece. You're right. They should have had guard or something like that. That's what really bugged me. On the topic though, I'm going to go in and rank a couple of the viewer awards. I know Memes sent me his awards, so I'm going to go in and rank these ones. So we'll start here. This is Epic Memes. He's a mod over on my Discord and a friend of the channel. Really good guy. Stoked to have him as a part of my content journey and it's a part of my audience. I'm not sure how the best way to phrase that is, but yeah, I'm glad he's around. He's a really positive member of my community at the very least. So his votes for most valuable EZA. He's got the androids. I personally left the androids off my voting only because of the potential for recency bias. They are amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to down talk them in any way, but I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, are they that valuable in the sense that their support is exclusive to being for androids, as good as the support is? So I'm unsure how often I'm going to be taking them into a wide range of teams. But I can totally understand why a lot of people would value them. Second is Future Gohan. 100% agree with that. If you haven't used Future Gohan, he's a very, very good EZA. He does have flaws that were probably, well, they were pre-existent prior to EZA anyway. That being the HP restriction for his damage reduction when he's in base, and the stat requirements the requirements for his extra stats in Super Saiyan being locked to being a full, or per Bond Master Disciple ally on the rotation, which obviously can be 1 or 2. That can be a bit of a struggle, but not a struggle, but it can just limit, like in the same way that the androids are a specific category support, as is Gohan. It just limits the amount of effectiveness he has on all of his teams, I guess. But, I mean, I can see how they've got value. I mean, everyone's going to define value differently. That's like the core kind of running theme in these awards. I want you to value them your own way. Don't listen to anyone that says you've got a trash list or whatever it might be. Tell them to go fuck themselves. It's your list. You know, we're just going through and I'm more or less just going to talk about the units. I'm not going to criticize the list. Obviously, it's going to be different to mine. I just like seeing everyone else's votes. Just so we're clear as well, the voting will finish Wednesday. It's currently Monday. I'm talking about my local time, by the way. It's Monday morning. It'll wrap up probably in just over 48 hours time. I'll probably finish it up sometime around lunch or early afternoon on Wednesday, the vote. Int God Goku is a very, very worthy pick, I think, as well, especially by in that third kind of place. And another thing to remember too, not only are these personal picks, but it's a first, second, and third thing. This doesn't discredit anyone who doesn't make first, second, or third. Again, to bring it back, I mean, the Olympics we were talking about earlier with the Dokkan Olympics. And who did that, by the way, Mr. Bob? Can you please link their channel or whatever happened? Just link it in the comments or the chat or whatever. I'm very curious to check that out. It sounds like a very interesting concept, and maybe I might even reach out and see if I can work with them to promote that next year if it's already completed. Because I think it's a cool thing to do, and I like involving the community. But yeah, like the Olympics, right? If you are, let's just say you don't even make the final of the 100-meter sprint at the Olympics, you are hypothetically the 20th fastest man in the world, or woman in the world, depending on where you are. You're still the 20th fucking fastest person there is. Like, oh, you only got the 20th in the Olympics. Oh, you're not even that good. Are you kidding me? You are still an Olympian, man. Like, making the Olympics makes you an Olympian. Like, that's how good you are. The medal around your neck means you are the best there is, or the second or third. But being fourth, fifth, all the way to 45th, I don't give a shit. You are still an Olympian. That is premium. So any unit that misses out on first, second, and third here, it's the same kind of concept. Don't think that in any way, like memes, for example, here, Epic Memes here, who's presented these specific awards, don't think for a second that he thinks that, you know, AGL Zamasu or Tech LR Vegito is trash because it didn't get first, second, or third. It very well could be his fourth or fifth picks, which is still elite. You know what I mean? You're still the best of the best kind of thing. So I think they're very good picks. I love how my little person was. Oh, he screenshotted these from my YouTube, I think. Because see how like my little my avatar's like in the bottom corner of his screenshots. That's funny. So the most valuable leader he's given to the worldwide celebration units for first and second, which makes a whole lot of sense, especially with their class leader skills for 150 at the tail end, like being triple category leaders plus 150 to super or extreme. Obviously, being having super class probably makes the blue duo more valuable than what the extreme class leader in Zamasu might be. I can totally understand that. That makes all the sense in the world. With the team we just ran, actually, Earthbred Fighters / Powerful Comeback being third place. I don't really need to go into that too much. Completely understandable. I think I put the GT duo leader skill as first with the worldwide celebration units in the same order as he's got here as first or second on my own votes. So yeah, super valuable. And that was the thing I got a lot on Instagram. People were like, what do you mean the blue duo is not the most valuable? I mean, yeah, I just don't think it's the most valuable leader skill. Though it's the second, it's still super valuable. Like, just chill, bro. Like, it's all good. Most valuable LR. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Future Gohan as first. Can't argue with that. Bulma is second. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is third. Obviously, I have a bit of a bias towards Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but that's interesting, considering there's units like the GT Duo, like Piccolo. These are interesting choices. When I personally did the most valuable LR, G'day Tide, how are you, mate? We're going through Epic Memes picks for the Dokkan Awards, just discussing them. Yeah, I considered leader skill as a major part of an LR's value for this specific award. That's kind of where that was a major factor, which is why I think Future Gohan and Bulma weren't as high on that list for me personally. But Future Gohan is amazing, man. Like, and in all honesty, because I was playing Lethal. Oh yeah, I see. You don't have to do the images, but obviously it makes it easier for me to sort of display it on screen. So yeah, even if you just do a comment, anyone who's maybe new in the chat, I suggested to, oh, why is it recording? I suggested to, where's the servers? Throw your votes in this chain battle. Seeing as chain battle is dead now, throw your votes even as a comment in that channel, and we'll discuss it through there. Where are we going? Back to memes. Where are we? We were at, no, sorry. This one here. Yeah, so I think that the leader skill was more impactful in terms of me choosing. But yeah, Future Gohan, for those that think Piccolo is going to sweep the awards, which is a completely fair thing to predict, I I've never had two units in Future Gohan and LR Piccolo who are so even in my bit of a shame. I think he may have deleted his channel covering Dokkan. Oh, that's a shame. This is the guy who did the Dokkan Olympics, by the way. What was his name? I'm curious. Maybe even see if I can find him on Reddit. I might even ask him to even kind of host them on my channel if that's maybe something he's interested in and he doesn't want to run a channel anymore. Because I think it's a really interesting concept, and like the Dokkan Awards, like I said earlier, like doing community-based things like that is a really kind of big factor in my content, and so I really respect those that do similar things. Yeah, sorry, going back to this little tangent. Future Gohan and Piccolo, in my opinion, are J2XX. Okay, cool. I'll have to, maybe I'll just screenshot that or something. But yeah, Future Gohan and Piccolo are so even in my mind. Just the way they function, and like in terms of like their extra. So Future Gohan's domain and Piccolo's like giant form. You can flip a coin as to what you think is more valuable. I'm not going to sort of argue with that. But all I mean to say is that they've got that extra that realistically they didn't need it. Neither of those units needed the extra that they got. Future Gohan had no need for that domain, but he has it. Piccolo had no need for the giant form extra kind of function, but he has it. But even taking that away, they would still be in the same conversation for best in the game, I think. And I think they're so well-rounded units. I feel so safe with either of them on the team. I think they both deserve equal praise, which is the highest praise you could possibly give. Bulma goes without saying. Anyway, moving on, I'm going to save the Gogeta one till last. We got Raditz here. So Memes has gone Pi, you reckon Future Gohan over Orange Piccolo? I think that's totally fair as well. I'd imagine though you're still splitting hairs. You know what I mean? Not to put words in your mouth or anything, but you're still splitting hairs to try and separate them, which is completely fair. Like obviously some people like to make sure that every unit is ranked individually. That's just how you like to go about it. I doubt you're criticizing Orange Piccolo is kind of my point. Yeah, this STR Gohan, you commented before how I didn't put him on my list. I don't have him, so I can't talk about him. Same with the any of the JP exclusive units. I never voted for a unit I didn't have. So again, why like Triamite Goku isn't on my list. So yeah, that was just a rule I wanted to impose on myself, because I think it's an example I would like to set for the community. Like, stop talking about units you don't own. With the exception of maybe 200% leaders, because you can maybe jimmy a way to like use them kind of at their max. But other than that, yeah, that's the reason I didn't vote for STR Gohan. So I'm first and second place here is very hard for me to sort of rank, I guess, because I haven't used those units. But from what I hear, they're pretty rubbish. And the third place unit there in Limit Breaker Broly was my first place. So 100% agree there. He was just so bland and like useless. I guess his focus is damage, but he doesn't do that much. His focus certainly isn't defense, at least in slot 1. So it's not like dialing back his offense makes up for the fact that he's quite decent defensively. Like I'm a bit of a Broly stan as well. He's not my favorite character in all of the franchise, but I really love Broly as a general statement. And obviously I love Super Saiyan 4s. So, you know, as a character, he was a big box I wanted ticked, and he just didn't. So yeah, I 100% am on board with him being anywhere on this list. He's got health but no defense for it. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the STR Gohan. So, the most valuable TUR according to Epic Memes. Physical Goku, God Goku. Okay, so honestly, this is a 4-horse race. This is a 4-horse race, in my opinion. It's these 3 plus Limit Breaker Vegito. I can't, off the top of my head at least, think of any TUR who has had that prestige throughout the year. I think I had a similar kind of. I kind of leaned away, sorry, from the Break of Vegeta so much again because of that recency bias. I want to really settle into using him, but he certainly deserves praise. Survey done, Stutch. Cool. I'll do yours next. But the order of these three is so interesting. By the way, sorry, before I get into memes, no, that's not it. Where is X, Twitter, whatever? Where is my profile? I just wanted to quickly show you guys this. Where is it? This. So the TUR award that we're about to discuss, I checked this, how long ago? When did I post this? So about 48 hours ago. There was 7 points. 7 points. G'day, Ricardo. How are you, mate? There was 7 points between first and second. That's how close this award was 48 hours ago. I haven't checked since, but 7 points. When you vote, by the way, in this survey, when you give a first place, it counts for 3 points. When you give a second place, it counts for 2 points. When you give a third place, it counts for 1. So theoretically, 3 people could vote and change the course of what the final standings of this award would have been. So the voting is still open, so make sure you go and do that. Getting back to memes' list, we've got God Goku as first, Piccolo as second, and World Tournament Goku third. I mean, I could go through analyzing each of... I'm going to show the winners later this week. Voting closes on Wednesday, so in about just over 48 hours' time, I'm going to do a video, obviously going through the winners. Unsure when I'll drop it, but obviously that's what I might do actually, depending on how work goes. I might try and pump out as much work as I can today so that on Wednesday when voting closes, I might jump onto Twitter and host a space. I don't know if you're familiar with spaces, but it's basically like an audio stream, and I can invite people to chat with me. So if you have Twitter, make sure you're following me, because when I'm doing the graphics and everything for the announcements, I'm going to maybe invite people in to chat with me whilst I'm doing up the graphics to talk about the awards as well. Also on the topic of Future Gohan versus Orange Piccolo, I'm kind of biased at the moment since I'm having a lot of fun with Future Gohan under the Super Saiyan. Oh, dude, he's so good on that team. It's crazy. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So yeah, I'll be hosting a space whilst I work on the graphics for the awards. I'm tempted as well to keep the space up with no guest speakers whilst I record the video for the awards. So you'll hear so it'll kind of be the audio announcement will be on Twitter before I release the video on YouTube. I'm thinking that, but I can't confirm. Depends how my computer holds up. Pardon me. So yeah, sorry, going back to these awards, I can't even really split these 3 units. Obviously, I've asked you all to split them, first, second, and third, but they can go anywhere. And like I said, the fact that there was 7 points between first and second last time I checked the actual vote is testament to how good these 3 units are. Now, I know a lot of people want to piss and moan about who's better, and they act like there's some gap between them. There's not. If you put a gap between these 3 units, you're a fool, because you haven't really given the unit that you're underrating a chance to perform. God Goku is just good for free. Every flaw that he has, he covers himself. And if you're not getting his orb changing, then you're building the team with extreme class units, which you shouldn't be doing really anyway. Especially considering he should be mostly leading the team. But Piccolo Jr., monster. Actually, on the topic of, pardon me, on the topic of Piccolo, the only flaw with him is his leader skill and his links, and that is really nitpicking flaws. It's not a flaw really. It's an annoyance that he doesn't have the scope of choice that the other 2 units on this list do. I have a showcase coming for him, which is actually going to be my first defense showcase, or ultimate showcase, where I actually lose the run. Spoiler alert, I won't spoil who, but One of the units that I chose to bring because I haven't used them much frauded out on me at the very end of the Gamma's run and got me killed. But the showing that Piccolo did prior to that is so good that I can't not do the showcase for. And World Tournament Goku is just World Tournament Goku. He's so good. The most aesthetic unit, according to Epic Memes, is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Goes without saying. Every animation that he has is prestige. It just is. I have this phrase that I use, or a term called Dokkanisms when it comes to animations. There's certain little bits, and a good example is the new trio, Super Saiyan trio. They have a few moments of those Dokkanisms where it's just not quite that high quality drawing, and it's usually individual frames. It's the animation. I don't like getting into, because I'm not super educated on animation, but Dokkanisms are that quality that is a step down from being premium that you kind of accept because it's in a mobile game called Dokkan, if that makes sense. Super Saiyan 4 Goku doesn't have it. Future Gohan has it a teensy little bit, but really not at all. And also being Dokkan original animations, oh my god, that intro from Future Gohan is so cool. It's the way they basically ripped off the Broly Second Coming transformation of adult Gohan. It's so good. It's so good. I love watching Future Gohan. Actually, fun fact. Well, not even a fact. I shouldn't say fun fact because it's not a fact. But I really love using Gohan on the trios team, like you were saying before. I love it when you get the trios intro animation with future Gohans to follow, because it's kind of like Vegeta shows up, goes Super Saiyan. Trunks shows up, Vegeta's son, goes Super Saiyan. Goku shows up, goes Super Saiyan. Goku's son shows up in Future Gohan and goes Super Saiyan. I love how it's just like father, son. It's so good. I love it. It's one of those little things. Sometimes intro animations flow really well together, and I think they're two animations in that order specifically that really kind of work well. And third place for anime or aesthetic or animations, or what do you want to call it, it's the Blue Fusions Award, is 21. Possibly a little bit of recency bias there, not to discredit her animations. But I really think they're good as well. The way they adapt the Fighter Z animations, so obviously she's a Fighter Z original character kind of thing, really, really, really well done. They kind of kicked it off with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from the 7th anniversary, and they followed it up here with 21, and I'm really impressed with how they've done that, without it kind of being like that CGI kind of look that the video game of Fighter Z has, which could have been the case and that would have been perfectly fine, but they've made it look like Dokkan while still being very obviously pulled from Fighter Z. So yeah, she's very deserving of third place, I think. So yeah, very good pick. That's it. And then the big award presented by Epic Memes, the STR Gogeta Award in third place goes to Orange Piccolo, or Power Awakened Piccolo. Yeah, I mean, again, this is one of those things where don't criticize anyone for putting or excluding anyone from these awards, or even the order of these awards, because there are a lot of contenders for this, and all three units here are very deserving. Power Awakened Piccolo is so good. How is he nearly a year old and hasn't aged a day? I've got no idea. Bulma she was my number one pick because I took leader skill less into consideration in this award than I did like the most valuable LR. I think Bulma look low key. She kind of half inspired the idea to host these awards. I got to a point where I'm like, if your account doesn't have Bulma, you're really missing out on how a team can perform. I don't think a unit has had that impact on an entire team since STR Gogeta. And so I was kind of sitting there thinking, well, Bulma is the new STR Gogeta. So I kind of give her the STR Gogeta award for 2023. And I was like, well, why don't I just fucking do an award show? So here we are. Future Gohan being first. I can completely understand that. He's so good, and I mean, it's a shame that I've kind of forced you all to split these units up, I guess, but that's just the nature of things. Let's be real though, they're all in the same tier. Anyone who disagrees with that, I'm sorry, but I know it's an opinion based thing, but I would have to say that you're wrong. But I mean, obviously you're welcome to think what you think. All right. So, is anyone else voted? If you voted, I think saw Stutch said he'd voted. I think someone else said they'd voted. Make sure you post them here so I can go through them. Post them in the chain battle uh, channel of the Discord. If unless you've posted them on Twitter, let me just check my notifications. Negative. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, we'll just go back to playing the game until. So let me just catch up on the chat. I'll just keep that up for a second. 55% for me, but they are so stupid when RNG loves you. Oh, that's the trio. Yeah, yeah. They're crazy when they want to be. Though if content turns a little bit longer, don't worry too much about the graphic, Mr. Bob. So I just saw your latest comment there. I did see you'd done the survey as well. I did post. I'm sure I posted the graphics somewhere. Maybe. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's memes. He's already posted there. Oh, he posted them yonks back. Cool. I swear I posted them. Maybe I didn't. Oh, what an idiot. Where is... Well, I'll post them here anyway. I've got a few weird screenshots. I mean, don't go to too much effort if you don't want to. You're more than welcome to just throw a comment up. And I'll go through them as a text mode based thing, kind of, if you know what I mean. But yeah, don't stress too much. I'm just going to quickly keep catching up on the chat. Since I'm using physical Vegito, who dies, my only issue with the team is a lack of solid slot 1 option. Physical Vegito, yeah, and that team. Let's run the trio, hey? Let's do that while we wait for a few of you to fill out the votes and post them so I can go through them. We'll run the trio. I don't have the trio, by the way. I should have mentioned I've been running shaft showcases, so running them as a friend. I really like the Gamma stage, actually. It's a fun stage. What if I filled out the survey? How do I get... Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's... That'd be a cool thing to set up. I don't know if it's possible, but have it so that the graphics automatically set them, like, fill themselves out after you do the survey. I'll have to hit up SurveyMonkey for next year to see if that's possible. That would be such a sick feature. Holy. That was the team that I'm going to showcase, by the way. I'm going to run a movie hero, so I mean, I bet you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to see Future Gohan, aren't you? Well, let's run a Super Saiyans team. Well, we've got to anyway. Let's run Namek Goku. Will he get us killed? Probably. Need to link level them currently. Friend at the moment. LR physical Sword of Hope. Oh yeah, I don't have Sword of Hope Trunks, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll go LR Namek Goku. We don't have too many other options. I wonder if I can take Broly and make him work. I'm gonna try and make him work. It could work against us. Actually, no. Well, you're a Super Saiyans category leader, so I'm gonna go you. We're obviously going to go Future Gohan. Gohan and Goten I don't use enough, so I'm going to give them a bit of a test run. We'll see if we can get these guys. We'll take items. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, let's go LRs, eh? These guys are fun. And obviously you, because you're that linking partner. I'll take a Whis, because I'd like to get the Super Saiyan duo out. I haven't fully finished that stage yet, so I'm not going to take that. Yeah, we'll leave it. Don't worry about that. We got a rainbow. All right. Who's keen to... Oh, fuck you. What are you doing? link level them before. I bet you that might have been through the orbs, though, the link level orbs. I should have actually, shout out to Celtic Link, I should have his friend unit available to me to use. Yeah, the bottom one there. This one here, I think he's got level 10 links. He does. All right, let's use a 55% Super Saiyan trio and see how they go. Pardon me. All right. Our future Gohan's in slot 3, so it's unlikely that we're going to see the domain, unfortunately, but he will be able to be linked up with the... actually, just a sec. Before we get stuck in... Whis off. I think I can run... Hang on, I'm just trying to see if... Why is that not showing? Transform, edit transform. I don't know why that's not showing. Let me just quickly... I just want to see if I can get something work... Oh, that would be why. There, hang on a second. There we go. We got a Whis. I got the little item down the bottom there. I was trying to get that. There you go. We got a Whis just so it displays on screen. I'll be able to show when it's active as well. Yeah, that's what we kind of want to do. Do we use the Whis now? I think we do. I want to get this the Super Saiyan Duo. What do you call it? Costume change running. So this will be quite powerful, actually. Gohan and Goten probably won't get a look in, but we'll see what happens. Oh, so the Whis is active. I need to quickly change that. Whis is active. There we go. Why is it showing like that? Is that transparent? Edit transform. No. Filters? No. I'm not sure why that's showing like that. Oh, I know. I think I know why. Image. No additional. We've got a couple to come. Why is that? Transform, fit to screen. Yeah, there we go. And there's another additional. So they're going alright. They're doing okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's showing like that. That's okay. Okay, so we've got what? 3 attacks? 3 super attacks? Sorry, I was trying to make sure that Whis was showing properly. Oh, there's... Well, we are getting these guys built up. How many attacks do they need? I haven't really paid much attention to their easy A. That's 3 attacks total. That's 4. Dodge, beauty, tank, interest. Oh, they should be fine. We've got a Whis active. 100k still. Bloody hell. They would have taken some damage if not for that Whis. What do they need? They did 4 attacks. Shit, they still need a full 10 attacks to fully build up. Is that right? 10% up to 100. Fuck. That's rubbish. Yeah, let's run this. This will be the way to go. Yeah, 3 supers. These guys will get a fair few attacks. Oh, everyone's going to be looking quite good here. I mean, this Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku's not going to get a look in, I don't think. Namek Goku probably should finish off immediately. Oh, and if he kills off... if he kills first attack, we're probably going to be in trouble the next couple of turns because he's... how do you share? Just... I mean, if you want to throw a comment, this is probably the easiest way. Throw them in the chain. I posted these if you want to bother doing the Photoshop kind of thing. But just put them as a comment here. Yeah, just throw the yeah, throw them in the chain battle Discord server, seeing as chain battle doesn't matter anymore. So we've got 1 stack of defense for Namek Goku, which is pretty good. Well, not pretty good. It's not his best, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh shit! I thought the cable buggered out on me then. Okay, so where are we at defense? So they're 280k. Let's give them a crack. That'll bring the tech orbs down. I want to do this. I need to build future Gohan up anyway. Yeah, let's do this, and we'll use the active skill next turn when we've got multiple enemies. Yeah, so future Gohan orbit tanks. He's at one path in terms of hidden potential. He's so good. Considering how slot 1, prior to attacking, he's not as good as, like, he doesn't have all of his perks active. He still tanks really solidly. He's so good. So good. The respect they gave this unit. Look, he'll tank this. Oh, don't worry about it. He dodges. Because I built him with a bit of dodge, which I think is the way to go with him. Dodge and additional. Don't worry too much about crit. He'll have the default 5 for being STR, and then he does guaranteed crits when the domain's active anyway. Oh, do a few. So 1, 2. This is the second stack, so this is all going to go towards their active skill. Their stacks only last 1 turn, so 1 appearance, I guess. There's the third. I don't even... What is it? It's an additional for every 3 orbs, I think it is. So we've got 3 supers. 3 seems to be their sweet spot. Do a super... Oh, we can't super twice, can he? 6.8. I don't mind their damage. I mean, this unit... So, you know how I voted for the Z Duo in 3rd place for the most disappointing award? These guys would have been in the same position last year. Really disappointing unit. Actually, probably the return of fusion units probably would have come second only to Raditz, who would have been first, obviously. We are going to take some damage. I'm going to pop this Whis again, just to give Namek Goku a fighting chance. They build up to 10 ki though, don't they? Or 5 ki, sorry. Still though, it's pretty good. Yeah, look, he's still taking damage with a Whis active. 6 mil. Not all the possible links. So I think it's 5. Legendary Power, Fierce Battle, Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior. I think that's it. Oh, he's going to get a defense stack. Okay, cool. I mean, we don't have any more Whis left, so, you know, whatever, but that's okay. Who we got coming? Oh, the Super Saiyan duo. Alright, okay, so this is going to be fun. So, what we're going to do, 7 out of 7 links, 280k. I don't know why, but Easy A Tech Vegito isn't doing much crazy stuff for me. You just got to float him off that first appearance and just let him go the second. Oh, I didn't realize that showed like 1 turn left. That's so cool how they've added this little display. Like, I could probably remove it. I could probably remove my thing now, couldn't I? I might even do that. I only showed it because it's hard to, you know, display it otherwise. But with this little update, yeah. You might have to activate it, Bob. You might have to go to, like, browse channels and activate it. I think Discord's a bit like that these days. Anyway, so for those who are unaware of how active skills function in conjunction with certain passives, sorry. So what is it? I just wanted to check their every 3 ki spheres. So they need what? 9 ki spheres to get all their additionals. That's okay. So see how they get the. I'm trying to do it two-handed here. See how they get the additional 130 when attacking. The active skill counts, so they will boost their defense. Actually, you know what? I'm going to reset the app, and just so we can get the animations. Yeah, you might need to activate that channel. Yeah, you know what? What do you guys reckon for showcases? Do you reckon I should come up? Well, post it anywhere, man. Like, I really don't care. I just thought that was a good free kind of channel to put it in. Throw it in general though, if you'd prefer. It's not important. As long as I can find it, I can talk about it. That's all. Yeah, so active skills count as attacks. That's why you see like Limit Breaker Vegito's active skill boost his defense because it activates his full passive. So, I mean, they're not going to take anything because a Whis is active plus their intro as well. Oh, but we don't have too many orbs. That's 8 orbs, so it's not their total. Anyway, it's not their total passive, unfortunately. Alright, we'll do this. Bang. Please, everyone, lend me all of your energy. Okay, go. Kakarot is my prey.
I need to help Goku complete the spirit bomb.
Sorry, Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta all just became completely like South Park characters. Also in general. Wait, you can't find General. Jesus, look at the damage that did. Crazy. Can't find General. Have you acted like... Oh, that General. Keep in mind, bro, you might have... I'm pretty sure in Welcome or maybe in Roll Assignment, you need to activate Dokkan Battle or whatever it is. Keep that in mind as well. Look at the damage that did. That's crazy. So now his defense is 650k. 620k when you take away Prepared for Battle. 8, 5. Okay, so we're going to get 8 key. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave... What's Future Gohan got? 220k. If I do that... I want to try and get them as many orbs as possible. Let's just try it. Still 8. Okay, whatever. It didn't really make a difference in the end. I tried. We'll do that. Oh, memes, you just missed out. I just went through all your awards. Yeah, I just went through. I just spent a whole time. You're going to have to watch the replay. I went through all your awards and talked about them. I went off tangent a little bit. No, you just got to react to the roll, dude. So go to roll assignment. And for Dokkan Battle, you just got to react to that one. That's all, just like that. So let's watch Future Gohan go off. He needs 5 attacks. This is his 4th to build up his passive entirely. Bang, this is his 5th. He'll do a guaranteed super after this as well. So they should all show up now, Bob. If that hasn't worked, I have no idea. What should you use to edit the awards? I mean, I'm not really... I use Photoshop, obviously. There's a quad super. Gohan's crazy. Just anything, really. If you want to do the images. And if it takes you a little bit of time, don't worry. I might even push the stream out a little bit today if I'm waiting on you to finish your awards. So where are we at? 12 mil. 55%. Shout out Celtic Link. This is yours. We had 3 stacks prior. Bang. Oh, we're doing nothing but normals. Oh, yeah, nothing but normals. That's a shame. It's in Chain Battle now. Okay, cool. What makes XDR Bulma top tier? Her support of 3 key and 37% affects every unit other than her for 2 turns, which means it affects... Let's just say Future Gohan, for example, was Bulma last turn on images. Sorry, I'm reading while I talk. I shouldn't. If you got 5 key with her, the support would be for her rotation and the following rotation. It just means everyone's got a permanent 37% and 3 key that they didn't otherwise have. On top of that, it's not like she's... So Yajirobe is the only that tech Yajirobe banner unit from Yamcha's banner. G'day Joe, how you going? Welcome. If you've done the awards, I've been going through and ranking everyone's picks. We're going to die here, I think. I need to kill you. Yeah, so Bulma, like Yajirobe is a bit fragile. So I can understand people going, oh, I don't like using Yajirobe because, you know, he just gets me killed. Even though if you collect orbs with him in the 3rd slot, he will support for 3 turns. So the following 2 turns that you don't see him, his support will still be active. That's how Bulma's works, but it's only for 2 turns. But Bulma guards for 7 turns, builds damage reduction up to 77%, does pretty decent damage. She's a rainbow orb changer. Like, she does literally everything. She's got a 50% chance to crit on her 18 key super. She just does it all, man. Like, she is nuts. She is so valuable. It's crazy. Namek Goku killing off there. He's probably going to get a... I'm curious here. This is only his 3rd stack of... Yeah, Yajirobe, you're relying on dodge. Bulma, you don't need to rely on that. Oh, okay. No, okay, we're dead. Unless we dodge here, we're dead. Yeah, bummer. Oh, well. That's all good. we'll let this kill us, so we're back on the menu, and then I'll go through some of the awards. Yeah, 1,000,000 damage. Can't wait till he uses Yays. What are we thinking for anniversary, by the way? I think Beast Gohan's not happening. I think people are coping, but I mean, I won't get into that. All right, chain battle. Mr. Man, which I imagine is Mr. Bob. Yep, just trying to make sure I've got everyone's different usernames kind of married up properly. Valuable unit does not mean exclusively performance for me, otherwise the list would look a lot different. Most valuable unit. I'm going to go to that last. I'll start from the bottom and work my way up, I think. Most aesthetic unit, according to Mr. Bob. Beast Gohan, also Physical Ultimate Gohan is the most aesthetic unit, according to him. Do you mean like just his active skill where he's Beast, or overall? Because I think his animations are actually really, really top tier. I don't think I find any issues with Physical Ultimate Gohan's animations in any way. He's actually, speaking of Future Gohan and how his intro works really well when it directly follows the new Super Saiyan trio, where it goes like father, son, then father, son. I think Future Gohan's animation works really well with Ultimate Gohan's animation for the intros. Yeah, we're sharing our things on Chain Battle, but Memes, I've already been through yours, dude. Like, I've already featured yours on the stream. So, yeah, you're going to have to go back and watch the replay. I went through every one of your awards. Second place is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, obvious reasons. And third is Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta. I think they're really good picks. I really, really, really like those picks. I can't think of too many others that deserve to be there, you know, obvious in an obvious sense without needing to nitpick. Or I guess I can't think of any reason to knock any of those three out without thinking of other units, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think very, very good picks. Most valuable leader. Blue Goku and Vegeta, Tech Merge Zamasu was first and second. I think that's going to be a pretty unanimous or a pretty common choice for first and second for sure. The Int Super Saiyan trio is third. That's an interesting pick. I'm not sure Super Saiyans on their own is quite the category that justifies that. But I mean, look, if you're a Super Saiyan fan and it really does it for you, then that's perfectly fine. Super Saiyans will be forever buffed. So yeah, if there's a bias, then that's great. There's no reason to sort of criticize it. Most valuable EZA. Physical Piccolo is number 1. Physical Androids is number 2. And Tech LR Vegito Blue is number 3. Interesting. I'm imagining you're using Physical Piccolo alongside the LR, which is probably a huge point that creates value for him. So yeah, that's fair enough. Physical Androids, went through that with Memes. Memes put the Physical Androids as... I didn't really talk about the 16 portion of that unit, which is probably one that I underrate. I need to have more time with that though. Crazy powerful, but you know, I need to have more time. LR Tech Vegeta Blue was my number 1 pick, so I have no problems there either. Stash will post his in a little bit. Need to go do some stuff around the house. No worries, man. Like, I'll be here. Like I said, I might push the stream out a little bit for you if need be. And where are we? Most valuable TUR. God Goku is first, Majunia second, World Tournament Goku number 1. That was exactly the same order and picks as what Memes did. So I've kind of already touched on all of them. They will be the 3, I think. Limit Breaker Vegito is the only other one that's in contention, in my opinion. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. So yeah, he's the only one I can think of that will sneak in to that list. I mean, you got the only 2 dual Dokkan Fest TURs, and then the same day unit. There's not really any TURs that have a celebration that rivals any of those, so it makes sense that they're the 3. And the fact that yeah, dude, that's what I was kind of talking about, Pi. You can just post a wall of text if you like, if that's easier. I don't expect you all to be whizzes at photo editing or anything like that. Yeah, so the fact that Dragon Ball Heroes unit's in contention is a testament to how good Limit Breaker Vegito is, I think. But I think he's a pretty solid 4th, if not in the top 3. Most valuable LR, Corrupt Zamasu, Bulma, and Power Awakening Piccolo. Corrupt is first, which may be slightly odd, but Extreme Class is literal fodder without him. Maybe Heroes at a major stretch. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can totally understand why people will put value in Corrupted Zamasu and even Easy A Zamasu for the Easy A award, purely because Extreme Class have no other option. Like if that's value to you, which personally it is for me as well. I just didn't kind of rank it that way, but I can see how that would give you a whole lot of value to sort of sit there and go, well, no, I wanted to summon for Zamasu because without him, I wouldn't have the ability to enjoy villain units really at all. Cooler's not as bad as I think the community makes him out to be, though I can certainly see his flaws. So I'm not going to sort of argue that. Biggest piece of shit. First goes to Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta. Now, I know a lot of people might have a problem with that. I personally put them in the number 3 spot, and I'd imagine, Mr. Bob, you've put them there for a similar reason, where they're just... There is such a gap between them and the GT duo, and being an anniversary unit that is difficult to use in the current meta when they are the most recent anniversary unit, that's where the disappointment really comes from. Also to the fact that they're such a cool looking unit. I mean, you put them in there in aesthetic, which is thoroughly deserving. So to kind of feel like that those animations are going to waste to a certain degree, I think is a very valid reason to be disappointed in them. Second is Omega Shenron. I think it's hard for me to say that's fair only because I don't have Omega Shenron, obviously because I play global. So it's hard for me to really be confident in any assessment I give for Omega Shenron, but the common consensus seems to be he's a bit of a letdown. Obviously, he's heavily reliant on GT bosses, which will never get buffs. So yeah, I can completely understand it. The way they are an anniversary unit, it's unacceptable for me. It's unacceptable to you that they are such a disappointment. So yeah, I can totally understand that. And in third place, Limit Breaker Broly seems to be a mainstay for this award in one place or another. Omega Shenron was so important for Extreme Class, and they completely fumbled it. Yeah, completely agree. Most valuable unit overall basically is a copy-paste of most valuable LR, which is very understandable. Obviously, LRs are typically the best units in the game, so the best LRs would make sense to be the most valuable. I got that question a lot with my list. Why does my most valuable? Why does the STR Gogeta award placings differ from the LR Kale and Caulifla award placings? I chose to kind of differentiate my definition of value for those two awards personally, but making them the same is obviously really good. Urban Pie is typing, so hopefully we'll see his picks in a second. But yeah, here he is. All right, we'll keep going then. Okay, so Best Easy A by Urban Pie. Thank you for that, by the way, Mr. Bob. I really, really appreciate you going through. I love these awards, man. I love these awards. I'm so happy I did it. I hope that they're more popular next year. Best Easy A goes to AGL Zamasu. Second is Zeno Vegito. Honestly, part of me regrets not including Super Saiyan 4 Vegito in the Easy A award. And third is Physical Piccolo. All very, very worthy recipients, in my opinion. Piccolo is probably the one that if I had to kind of really question the last two kind of presentations, Easy A Piccolo doesn't impress me much. Sorry for referencing a song that a lot of you may not know. You don't impress me much. You got the look, but you got the touch. I was so close to putting Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Easy A on the list. But yeah, I don't know. Physical Piccolo, I don't know. I haven't used Beerus enough, actually. Probably a really good contender. But yeah, Physical Piccolo, I just feel like, again, he relies too much on raw defense. And I guess, honestly, it's just that the future Red Zone really kind of changed the way that a lot of people look at units, because you kind of get slapped to bits earlier on. And if you're only relying on pure defense, it's a struggle. So for the same reason that the Z Duo are a disappointment early because of their fragility, I think Physical Piccolo is in a similar boat, though the value of having the foresight of super attacks means Piccolo has that utility and support um, that really helps him be hidden in a way that allows him to stack up. So, but then obviously having damage reduction after transforming means he's a lot different as well. So yeah, I got to use physical Piccolo more. Best leader skill. In third place is God Goku, pure and hybrid Saiyans, goes without saying. Second place, Budokai Goku, Earthbred Fighters and Powerful Comeback is a huge roster with Battle of Fate and World Tournament as the secondary categories. Yeah, certainly deserving of being on the Best Leader Skill Award there in second place. Tech Orange Piccolo as the Best Leader Skill, which is an interesting one to me. That's yeah, okay. Battle of Wits and Superheroes. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, and the third is Bond of Master and Disciple. I guess I don't find myself using Orange Piccolo as a leader so much. He's more of a teammate type of unit, but I mean, look, his team is really good. Superheroes is obviously a very broad category, um, and and um, and Battle of Wits just kind of adds all the Vegito units to it. Plus, now you've got units like STR Maya as a nice little support unit to throw in there. You've still got all the Piccolos, so including that Movie Heroes Piccolo, the STR Banner unit, who's a support. Plus even like Toa, who has support and a heal. Really, really good. So yeah, I can see that. Very good team. Best animations in third place goes to the GT duo. Interesting. Okay. I don't often consider them when thinking about the best possible animations. Though I fail to get to the point where I'm thinking of any flaws off the top of my head. So yeah, certainly agree with that. Second is Int Piccolo, so Piccolo Junior. I'd imagine that would be fair. I really like that unit. He's such a cool unit. I'm so glad they represented that 23rd World Tournament with Goku and Piccolo for a dual Dokkan Fest. TURs really seemed fitting. I know that may seem somewhat disrespectful, but I don't mean it in that way. To expand on that kind of thought, just so people don't think I'm being, disrespectful to that moment. My next dual Dokkan Fest that would be like maximum personal hype would be Wrathful Broly versus God Vegeta from Broly movie, and I would personally prefer them to be TURs. Not because I think they're, not deserving of being LRs, but I just feel like they fit that rarity a little bit better. I don't think they're not the highlights of that movie. Obviously Full Power Broly and Gogeta are. So I feel like if you dialed them back, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to I digress. So I don't want to go into that too much. Best TUR, same three, just in a different order. God Goku, Tech World Tournament Goku, and in Piccolo Junior. So completely fair, just a different order from what everyone's votes so far have been. Cannot argue with any of them. They are the best three TURs, save for Limit Breaker Vegeta, who I think is pretty safely in fourth spot. Send them to the Chain Battle server, tied, by the way. I am looking at the chat, but I'm just trying to make sure that I go through these awards in an efficient manner. I'm not going to go through the TURs. I've spent enough time on them because they are the three TURs really. Best LRs. So we have the surprise entrance in this list. In third place is AGL Goku, who is the Carnival LR from the 8th anniversary. So AGL Kaiku is what Urban Pie has labelled him. I can see that. He's a very, very good unit. Very, very slept on unit. It's a shame he's just Goku. If he was like the best linking partner for World Tournament Goku, if they had a different name or they were allowed to link, that would be a very different conversation. They would be quite the rotation to mess with. Tech Orange Piccolo in second place, Bulma in the gold position there for best LR. No arguments for me. Very, very deserving, and obviously just on the fringes, I would imagine your others that you've seen. So like Future Gohan's the first one that comes to mind. Biggest poopers. STR 17, which is the 17 Hellfighter 17 that fuses into Super 17, is one of the biggest disappointments according to or is the biggest disappointment of 2023, according to Urban Pie. AGL Kale in second place and AGL Omega in third. No arguments there. I actually personally really like the STR17 unit, though I completely understand the level of disappointment that people have for them. It's just, I can't disagree at all. And the big award, the Estiago Jeter Award, in third place, STR Future Gohan. Closely in front would I imagine be Orange Piccolo in second place, and for first is STR Bulma. Okay, so this is what I'm curious about, because I had you're similar to me in the sense that your list for best LR is different to best overall. Why is Future Gohan third place for most valuable, and why is AGL Kaiku the best, third best in best LR? Like, what is the difference between those two, and why did one get the look in most valuable and not in best LR and vice versa? Pardon me. Why is that the approach that you took? I'm just making sure we didn't get any more votes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of gameplay while you kind of explain, and I'll address that as well. So I'm waiting on Tide's picks. Let me know when they're in, Tide, and I'll go through them. Let's go. What event do we go through? Let's give Zamasu a go, eh? By the way, I'm just shy of 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. 1,998 I was at prior to the stream. So, yeah, I'm really, really close to that. Little, what do you call it? Threshold or that milestone. That's the word I was looking for. Milestone. Let's do Fusion Zamasu. I put them as picks. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is true. Turtle School gets better and better. I think Turtle School 200% over Future 200% in terms of aging. I think Future Gohan overall better than Kaiku. Just okay, sweet. So, pardon me. So I'd imagine you've taken a similar sort of approach. Have I got that? No, I'm 1,999. Guess what? Okay. Let me just quickly throw this up. I'm going to show you, where is window capture. I'm just going to move this up here. Yep, that's it there. Let's have a look. I'm not quite at 2,000. I need to move this around a little bit. Not quite at 200,000, but it's also my channel birthday today. I did not even realize. 1,999 subscribers, and it is my channel birthday. Let's actually, before we get into it, I'll go through your votes in a second, Tide. I don't even know what this does. Oh, it just goes through my analytics. Okay. There you go. There's 2,000. Woo! We'll celebrate that on stream. Thank you very much, everyone who has subscribed. I really appreciate that. Hopefully that remains, and hopefully that continues to grow. Stats almost, actually. Let me just see if I can find it. I need to quickly find, because I reckon it's almost a year to the day that I hit 1,000 subscribers. Where are we? I did a post of it last year on Twitter, so I'm just having a look. I obviously didn't use the numbers. Subs. The 19th of December. Okay. No, that was a celebratory stream. Where are we? No. Well, I did last year. I'm just looking through my... Let me just quickly minimize this, because last year I did that was 800. Here we go. I did a celebratory stream last year on the 19th of December, which is tomorrow, for 1,000 subscribers. So it's been almost a year to the day, man. That's so sick. Thank you, guys. That's amazing. Let's have a look at... I hate to flex in front of everyone, but I just want to go to my analytics. I want to see how much I've grown in the last, since September. Is this 28 days? Yeah, it is. How do I go custom? Because I started my I started my ultimate showcases during the worldwide celebration. So let's go the 31st of August to now. Subscribers 811. There you go. There you go. So in that period, is it showing? Yeah, 811 subscribers. So I was probably struggling up until that point to get 1,000 in a year. But that just goes to show that decision making to do the ultimate showcases and how that's affected my channel, man. It's so good. I hate to like brag or whatever on stream, but I'm just a bit proud of myself. Like Joe would know. Thank you for all the congratulations, by the way, everyone. But Joe would know kind of that feeling of like what a decision like how a decision that you've made has such a positive outcome. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just really happy that I've gone. I took a risk. I don't know how much the 4:5 aspect ratio change has made a difference, because I did that at about the same time as I did the defense stats. But obviously, I'm going to attest it to the defense stats more than anything. But yeah, it does transcend languages. You're right. Yeah, I see Joe there. That's why I'm kind of commenting. And Joe's a fellow creator, so I figured that he would relate. But a lot of the times when you do this kind of thing, you want to differentiate yourself. It is a super niche topic to create content on. Like it is so easy to, and you see so many people just, you know, obviously the biggest kind of content creators, you like your Truth, your Nanos and your Goreshes, just to put it in a top 3 kind of thing. It's so easy to kind of emulate them and hope that your personality carries you further. I personally don't think that anyone's personality is good enough, no matter how good it is, to get them to a point where they're competing with those that are already established. I just don't think it's possible, because, I mean, what are you actually bringing? Personality is a lot, but someone else has already got personality, which is why they're already at the top. So I've always made it my mission to like really differentiate myself, and obviously the overlay with like the units. So you know, the units on the side there. Where are we? There. So showing the, obviously I haven't done a showcase since I did that one. Showing the hidden potential has always been a thing. I've always shown that. But actually, shout out to a rather silent member of the community. His name's Swipe the Stones on Discord. I'll just quickly go through and show you his Discord server. If you haven't joined it, I'm not sure. I think it's a pretty quiet one, but he's got a fair bit going on in his server. But he's a guy that I can't remember. It was one of the, well, to show you another server. This server here, Dokkan Battle Content Creators, has a few of us in it. Joe's one of them, where there's about 8 of us, I think there is, who kind of communicate quite frequently and help each other out in terms of feedback for our channels. You know, we're always trying to boost each other up. So without that, I'd be very, very much behind my current status in terms of a content creator. But Swipe the Stones was someone I was recommended by someone in that content creators thing. Swipe is very good for giving feedback to creators. And I asked him, like, what do you reckon? And it was during a time where I actually wasn't commentating my videos. I was like, maybe the visual aspect is enough. I don't have to bother with commentating. I can just make silent videos, and maybe that's good enough. He said, nah, mate, that's not going to happen. It's just not going to be good enough. Like, your display is ridiculously good, like he reckons. And I'm not trying to be, you know, toot my own horn away. He's like, it's really, really good, impressive, all the rest. But that's not enough to get you, like, to a point of what you would consider to be successful. So I was like, okay, that's really disappointing to hear, but I need to trust that, you know what I mean? I need to do more. And then for whatever reason, I was never using Photoshop, by the way. I was always just using just paint for it 3D to just do a few things. And I bit the bullet, and someone sent me a link to get Photoshop, and I got it, and then it just clicked. I was like, oh shit, I can display defense, like I have a way to do this, I reckon I could show defense stats on Super, even if it's just, honestly, my idea was just doing a standalone image. And then it was probably around the time that Halvard started doing his defense things on Twitter. Every time a release would drop, he was doing the calcs and showing the defense on Twitter. I was like, it all, honestly, man, the stars fucking aligned. Like, that's exactly what happened. The stars aligned around this time. And I was like, this bro's got it going on. He was basically doing what I thought of doing, but I was going to do it in a more visual way. And I was like, okay, I don't want to stand on his toes. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to do a better, I didn't want to, in my head, I was like, I'm not going to do a better version and just do and just try and act like it's a better version, so to speak. So I hit him up actually privately. I was like, bro, can you teach me how to do bloody defense calculations? And I'll show you. Like, we got on a call. He should be down here somewhere. Halvar, yeah. Where is our chat? I can tell you the date even. We had a big old chat, as you can see. That was like, yeah, there's September. September. So I showed him a concept or whatever, and then, yeah, so I showed him that. I asked him, I tried to do the calcs myself, and I showed him a couple of things, and then, yeah, there you go. We got in a call for half an hour, and I tried to record it too. I was going to do a video on it, but the audio didn't work, and sorry, I'm just laughing at Ty's last comment there. I was trying not to mention the torrent, but yeah, we got on a call. I did all that, and then it's all clicked, man. The stars have aligned, and as you saw, like, it's 800 subs to get me to 2K, which has ended up being 1,000 in a year, which is actually in reality 800 within 3 months. So yeah, and a major part of this, and the reason I'm so happy that it's all aligned like this, is that I can release content, and this is kind of what I've tried to explain to Joe and a few of the other creators in that chat, is that when you're trying to be a creator like Truth or Goresh or Nano or Ninjin, who's probably a really good example to go off, they pump out content like it's going out of fashion. Like, they're doing multiple, if at least a video a day, if not multiple videos a day. They've got their finger on the pulse for every new release. You know what I mean? Like, their audience expects them to have videos out as soon as possible when new info releases. Or the new unit drops, they expect to stream for the new units, things like that. I don't want to live like that. With all due respect, like, they can do that, that's fine, that's how they've chosen to approach things. I just don't want to live like that. To me, it's not a sustainable work-life balance, if that makes sense. I have a partner who I love very much, man. Like, she's fantastic, and I want to spend time with her. I just spent all weekend at the beach with her, man. Like, I didn't touch content. I didn't even log in for like 12 hours, man. Like, that is their full-time job. But I would like this to be my full-time job in the same way. However, I want to rely on releasing 1 or 2 videos a week with a stream. You know what I mean? I can get by doing that. And if my content, if my viewers expect that, then they're not disappointed when that is the amount that I release. And I think it can work like that. And so I'm so happy that I got to a point where, you know, my content visually it's obvious that it takes time to create. You know what I mean? I could very easily just start jumping on the board and be like, oh, there's a data download. Let's go through the data download and just throw up a computer window capture and be like, oh, this is what the data downloads thanks to Dokkan Assets and Proton or whoever it might be that's showing that. I don't want to do that because that requires me to be available 24/7 basically, and I don't want to do that. If I want to go out to dinner with my partner, if I just want to sit on the couch and just chill, I want to be able to do that. Hell, if I just want to play the fucking game on my own terms, I want to be able to do that at any point. I don't want to be not relied on, but I don't want my viewers to expect that the moment something happens that I'm on the board creating content. I don't want them to expect that I'm going to have every unit. I just want them to expect that I've got a video coming out which is going to be different to anything else anyone's putting out there, and that's what you're going to get with me. So I'm eternally grateful. And honestly, I'm so stoked that everyone who was in the chat when we saw that 2,000 subscribers go through, and I showed a few things. Everyone, obviously, to quickly credit the creators that are in that other channel, we got Joe, Celtic Link, Water Buffalo Man, Dark Sun, Shadow, Dark Shadow X, or however it wants to be called, King Hitman, and I'm forgetting someone. Oh, and myself. That's the 8. You know, everyone there. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Let me just make sure that I'm not forgetting anyone. I'd regret it forever if I did. Where is the members? I don't mind showing this. I hope they don't mind me showing this. But yeah, it's Joe, myself, Celtic, Water Buffalo, King Hitman, Dark Sun, and Shadow. That's 7. I feel like I'm missing someone. Why can't I see like members? Oh, 8 members. Here we go. Can I click that? No, I can't click that. I'm forgetting someone, and I why can't I? Members. Here we go. So these are members: Dark Shadow, Celtic Link, Dark Sun, myself, Joe, King Man. Oh, Radu. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel like shit. Radu. Yes. I don't know why of all people I forgot him. He's one of the most kind of active in that channel. But then I have to. Oh, I'm so sorry if he's watching, bro. I can't be more sorry. Yeah, he's supported me so much as well. They all have, and they are the most supportive crew. Honestly, with all due respect to any other creators who might want to get into that chat, I honestly don't want anyone. It's just such a perfect amount of people that all have a very good like rapport with one another, and we've all got such different personalities as well, which works really well. You know what I mean? Like none of us will hold off telling someone that we think maybe their ideas are not quite the right, maybe not good ideas or anything. And it's not to be like, bro, your idea is shit, be better. It's nothing like that. It's just like, oh, this is your idea. Okay, I see what you're going for. This is maybe what I would think if I was going for that. And look, Joe is probably a perfect person to have in the chat. He and I are great for it. Like, we'll put an idea out and so quick to be like, oh, nah, dude, I reckon if you're going for that approach, this is it. But in response to that, if Joe said that to me, I'm more than happy, and he's the same with me, to be like, oh, okay, I see your approach. No, I don't necessarily, I mean, I see your approach and I agree, but I don't agree that it's maybe the right thing for my channel. It's so good, man. Like, we are, like, there's never arguments in the sense of, like, hostile arguments, but there's always back and forth with disagreements and things, and it's so healthy. It's just a very healthy chat. So I can't be more grateful for those 7 other guys that are in there. And then to keep the kind of appreciation going, Urban Pie, Tide, Epic Memes, just the regulars in the chat. I'm forgetting some. Stutch is a recent inclusion. I can't. Why can't I scroll in my chat? I'm forgetting everyone. But oh, dude, I'm lost for words as to like how appreciative I am of everyone. And to go through. I mean, I said I'd go through Tide's awards, so I'm just going to go through them now. I feel like I'm rambling. Tide has done his awards, his Dokkan Awards this year. He has awarded for the most aesthetic in 3rd place, with possibly a bit of recency bias. I'm not going to tell you that. No, it's all good. He's thrown the Super Saiyan Trio, which I think are very deserving of being credited for their aesthetics. Their art is very, very good. I really like it, and their animations are great. So yeah, very worthy of being in 3rd place there. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is 100% getting a very regular look in for this award. So he's there in 2nd place. And in 1st place is sort of Hope Trunks. Can't say I agree, but very, very fair. Look, if you think he's one of the most aesthetic units overall, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't have him, so it's hard for me to really even rate him. The Most Valuable Leader Award. Bit of a different pick to what others have. The Lummox SA Awards. all right, fair enough. That's an aesthetic. That's completely fair, man. You've got a different. You've got that's actually really funny that a meme.
obviously it's relevant to the aesthetics of the unit. So yeah, I completely understand that. And I guess OST is aesthetically will qualify as to being an aesthetic. In third place for the leader skill, we've got the Z Duo, who do have a very good leader skill. Final trump card in Battle of Wishes is a really great overlap. In second place, a mainstay in this award presentation across multiple people is the Blue Duo, for very obvious reasons. And then God Goku, who I think I put as number one as well personally. Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, they're crazy. It's never not going to be buffed. Every celebration will have a Pure and a Hybrid Saiyan, I believe. I don't think you can name me one dual Dokkan Fest that will come without a Pure or Hybrid Saiyan, at least on one side of the dual Dokkan Fest. So yeah, I completely understand that one. Most valuable Easy A. Future Gohan at number one is interesting, but I mean, he's been a very regular occurrence in a lot of different people's voting. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, as I mentioned earlier for someone else's picks, I kind of regret not including him in my own awards. So very, very worthy recipient of second place. And in third place is AGL Zamasu. OST, by the way, is like borderline a regret of mine for not including that as an award. I'm confident that 7 awards was enough to start with for the first year, but put it this way, an OST award will be present next year, and I'm interested to hear. Actually, this is a good question for the chat. What unit would you put on the trophy? So a current unit, I guess. What unit has the best current, or at least the most iconic OST in your opinion? My pick currently for the trophy unit for the OST award next year, I really like the idea of putting LR Tapion and Minatia, especially because they're also playing their ocarinas. I just feel like it's visually a really cool unit to throw on the trophy, and also I think their OST slaps like a bitch. I love it. I might split up the side units. Actually, yeah. I think I'm going to split a lot of awards, possibly. So Tide reckons STR Vegito or Namek Goku. Namek Goku seems to be a bit of a... Oh, and STR Vegito, yeah, right, okay. So we've got a bit of a consensus going on. But yeah, I'm leaning towards LR Tapion because they're both playing an instrument, you know what I mean? In general, because next year, obviously, the award can only go to any unit coming out. Starting with Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegan coming up, these will be the first units that qualify for next year's awards. So obviously the unit on the trophy can't be from 2024. It'll be a previous unit, and I'm leaning towards, like I said, Tapion, the LR, because you got 2 units playing an instrument who also have a really good OST. That's my current mind set at the moment. So yeah, most valuable TUR according to Tide. I also like, by the way, how my display is still showing like your little username and profile down the bottom corner there. Vegeto's hands are the instruments. He does that gut punch so hard it causes the guitar to play. All right, fair enough. Most valuable TUR. Now, this is the first time someone's included Limit Breaker Vegito in this award. Obviously, he's pushed out World Tournament Goku, who is the third alongside Piccolo and God Goku, who are basically the 3 that have been in every other award. So this goes without saying, and I haven't really touched on Limit Breaker Vegito enough. God, he's good. He's almost too good, honestly. Like, he moves through content almost too quickly, and Piccolo Jr. is the same. Yeah, I mean, the TUR award is the closest award currently for a reason, and it's going to be really exciting to see who ends up taking it out. For those that aren't aware, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Joe, this is something for you as well, more specifically. When I close the votes in about 48 hours' time, my plan, depending on how work in real life is, I'm hoping that I've got all my jobs done. what I'm thinking of doing is closing the awards and hosting a space on Twitter whilst I make the graphics to present the awards. And then I'm going to invite anyone who wants to jump in for a chat into the space to talk whilst I allude to what is happening in terms of the votes. I'm not going to spoil it in the space, I don't think. At most, I might extend the length that I run the space on Twitter to being the audio of the video that I record. But in first, for the LRKL and Caulifla Award, according to Tide, in third place for the best or for the most valuable TUR, third place is the Z Duo. Fair enough. Look, again, I have a lot of issues with that unit, but they are a great unit, and they can complete any content. So if you flogged that unit to the point where you love them, obviously it's possible. I cannot argue with it. Bulmer in second and Piccolo in first. I mean, you're looking at two of the favourites there in first and second, so it's hardly a surprise that the LRKL and Caulifla Award has gone to Orange Piccolo, according to Tide. The silver medal has gone to Bulmer, and the bronze medal has gone to the Z Duo from the 8th anniversary. The biggest piece of shit award, the Raditz Award. In third place goes to the Universe 2 banner unit. I don't even know how to say their name, and I don't really care. Which seems to be common consensus that they're pretty average. In second place goes to Berserk Vegeta, controlled, whatever you want to call him. No arguments there. He's so restricted, and honestly, even despite his restrictions, he's still not very good. Even when you're getting everything active, I completely agree. And Triamite Goku, I haven't used because I don't have him, because I didn't summon for him. So that says enough about what I need to say about why he is obviously the gold medalist or the recipient of the Raditz Award for 2024, according to Tide. I think that is completely fair enough. And the big award, the STR Gogeta Award in third place. I mean, look at this. As if this is not three favourites. Future Gohan in third, LR Piccolo in second, GT Duo in first. Order them however you like. Tide's put them in this specific order, and I mean, you can't argue with it. Any arguments you might have simply just fall into the category of nitpicking. That's okay. If you want to separate them, that's fine. But know that when you start nitpicking the difference in units as at the top echelon of units, it doesn't matter what order you pick in at the end of the day. The fact that you have to nitpick means that they are the best around. And these three units, and I mentioned it before, Piccolo and Gohan specifically, given what they do, honestly, all of them, fantastic. They're so even. They really, really are. And these are very fine picks, Tide. I really appreciate you filling out the oh, thank you, memes. I really appreciate you doing that there. Just anyone who maybe has just joined the chat on stream, I hit 2K subscribers. I don't know if I sound as appreciative as I want to. I feel guilty almost for not sounding as appreciative as I truly am deep down, because it's amazing. Like Dark Monkey, I need to shout you out too. You've been pretty regular in streams recently, I've noticed. Anyone I haven't shouted out, please don't take offense. It's one of those things where the support is so overwhelming that it just blows my mind, quite literally, to the point where I just forget people to shout out. And who said before that they did their, was it Dark Monkey, I think, maybe, who was filling out? Oh, Flex, shit, I didn't even see you there. Flex, why he's asking questions, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. So much going on. It's 2 hours up. This is usually where I end the stream, but I'm not going to. I'm loving this chat. But yeah, I think I'll what is your opinions, even though everyone said that they want STR Vegito or someone else's the OST award. What would you think if you saw LR Tapion and Minotia, or Minotia, or whatever you want to call it, as the trophy unit for OST? Would you have any objections to that? Mate, Dart, by the way, go to bed whenever you want. And I don't mean to sort of tell you to go away. I certainly don't mean that. You're welcome at all times here. But as I say to everyone who watches my streams, don't ever feel obliged to hang around if it works against your best interests. If you've got to get some sleep, man, go get it. I'll be here usually every week. This is the last one for the year. But yeah, anytime on the same time, usually. So starting, well, when will be my next stream? Monday is New Year's Day. I won't be available then. So the 8th of January, which will be the 7th for a majority of you guys. So I'm not going to do like a New Year's Eve stream or New Year's Day stream. So the 8th of January will go next. So I'm going to have 2 weeks off, basically. Granted, when I see the Ocarina, my mind goes to Zelda since Ocarina of Time. Yeah, exactly right. Do you think that their OST is award worthy though? I guess is more my question. BoJack was another one. I love BoJack. I like I said, I don't listen to OSTs like a lot of you do, but BoJack was an OST that I fucking. There are so many sirens in the place. I hate living in a city. I hate it so much. I need to go live in the scrub. Go away. Stop dying, people. I'm going to try and buy an Ocarina after I get a laptop to play some Zelda and Tapion's OST. I actually learned a lot of Zelda music, Ocarina of Time stuff on guitar back in the day. Actually, yeah, stuff like that. So where are we? All right, I'm going to play a little more Dokkan. I haven't actually played the game enough in this stream. The police are here for you hitting 2K. Yeah, it's illegal. Oh, oh shit, the cord. First time it's happened on stream. We made it 2 hours without the cord fucking over. This is another Ultimate Showcase that will come in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Fun. Stupidly fucking fun. Should have used a Whis in real life. Alright, so we're doing Merge Zamasu. Let's use Orange Piccolo. Everyone's loving Orange Piccolo, so we're going to do that. What do we got? Battle of Wits and Superheroes. He will be our leader. Bring this Piccolo because everyone rates him. I'm also going to bring this Piccolo. Where is he? Here, because he's quite good. Oh, it's Battle of Wits, so of course we're gonna. Fuck yeah, let's run the Vegeta, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Vegeta rotation. Oh, you post. Well, I'm gonna go through your votes on Twitter. Whether you hang around or not, Dart is entirely up to you. Obviously, like I said, I don't want to keep you up. I really appreciate you coming in. So I'd imagine this is you, Bean from Fall Guys, 90, or at Fall Guys Bean 90. Appreciate you dropping in the stream. I'm going to go through your awards now, whether you hang around or not. But again, I appreciate you coming in. So the most aesthetic award, so the Blue Fusions Award, according to Dart Monkey 69. In third place goes to Omega Shenron. Yeah, really good animations. Really, really good animations. Everyone's a little bit sour on the unit, understandably so, but I completely understand him getting the aesthetic award. In second place goes to 21, which has been a little bit of a common consensus, and I totally agree. Not my favorite animations, which is why I didn't vote for her, but that's a personal preference thing, and that's what these awards are all about. I'm really impressed with how they do go about adapting Fighter Z, and she's no exception to that. It was really cool to see how they did that. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who seems to be a bit of a favorite for this award across the board. Really good picks. Really good picks. Tech Go on. This award, man, it's just... There's 4 contenders, and there's just no exceptions, man. It's such a good, like... I don't think I... Alright. Here you go. Here's a question for you guys, chat. Who's the 5th place in this award? The 4 top contenders are World Tournament Goku, Piccolo, and Limit Breaker Vegito, plus God Goku. I think that's set in stone. whatever order you have is up to you. Like, fully. It's up to you. I don't care what your order is in all reality, because they are the top 4 TURs this year. It just is. Who's number 5? Who is number 5? I can't even think. Like, excluding Easy A's, who's the 5th best, or who's even in contention for the 5th best TUR this year? Would you... Gohan and Piccolo. Okay. Gamma 1's not this year. He was last year. Okay, so alright. That's a fair pick. Alright, so according to Dart Monkey, the AGL LR Gohan award in 3rd place goes to the Blue Duo. Fair enough. 2nd place is World Tournament Goku. Also fair enough. And 1st place Piccolo again. Cool. Okay. Piccolo's getting a lot of love for the leader skill, which is not usually my like I said, not someone I considered so much, but I'm glad that not only is he a great teammate, but a good leader for a lot of people. That increases his value a lot. Wow, okay, I didn't expect that, for him to get that much love. Sorry, before I do, ooh, how'd you do that graphic, dude? That's sick. Where are you getting these graphics, bro? The Tech God Goku Award for Best Easy A in 3rd place goes to the Androids. In 2nd place goes to Rose. Yeah, someone who probably didn't get enough love in terms of this award, I don't think, and is certainly a contender, if not one of the favourites, is LR Rose. Really good Easy A. Obviously doesn't necessarily favour content that has AoE attacks so much, given that he gets most, if not all, of his defense on Super, but very, very valuable Easy A. He's really, really good. Being able to run 2 giant forms, actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, very good point. And Future Gohan, who has been a mainstay in a lot of people's awards for most valuable Easy A, so I can't argue any of them there. They are fantastic picks. Easy A's don't qualify for the Raditz Award, but I'm not going to disqualify anyone for putting an Easy A there. When it comes to being disappointed, I feel like you can kind of put anyone you want there in all reality. Limit Breaker Broly and Control Berserk Vegeta are definitely favourites for this award. And if Easy A's were included in the actual vote, Easy A Rose would certainly be one of the favourites for sure. No offense, but I think Beerus is a much better Easy A than Gohan. Even Dark Mask King is better. I mean, cast your votes, dude. Like, what? It's not a... Don't think you're offending anyone by saying that you don't agree with their awards. These are all opinion-based, and it's important that it's recognised as such. I don't think anyone's going to argue that you think those two are more valuable. Like, by all means, I think that's great. This is why I do this award, to get a multitude of different kind of perspectives, and I'm glad that we get a good variety of that. And for the LR Kale and Khalifa award in 3rd place is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Fair enough. Bulma in 2nd and Piccolo in 1st. I mean, what do you say about any of those units? Really, really good units, and very, very deserving of any placing in this award, even if it's outside the top 3, because there are a lot of favourites. The GT Duo and Future Gohan are 2 that are coming to mind as ones that would be very, very much on the cusp to push any of these characters out of this award. And the STR Gogeta Award for Most Valuable Units of the Year in 3rd place goes to Merge Zamasu. 2nd place goes to Piccolo Jr. And in 1st, look at the Piccolo sweep. In 1st place goes to Orange Piccolo, or Piccolo Power Awakening, or LR Piccolo, whatever you want to call him. Like, these are great picks. Really great picks. And I'm loving everyone's picks, man. Like, I don't think there's been anything that stands out as like, are you kidding me? Why would you think that? Like, nothing has been that kind of approach or that kind of decision, I guess. I'm not great at speaking, obviously. But who do we pick as the final unit here? You know what? What do you get? Damage reduction based on what? 5% per crossover. So you'd only have... I think he includes himself, doesn't he? there's no reason he wouldn't include himself, I don't think. So he'll have 10% damage reduction, which is not a lot. But if we include her, he'll have 15%. So we're going to do this. Thanks for coming, Dart. Now, Dart, I really appreciate it. Same with you, Epic. I'm probably going to wrap. I'm going to give this stage one crack, and then I'll probably wrap up the stream too. It's been hell of a stream to end off the year. If I've mentioned you out of appreciation, I want to mention you again. Epic, Dart, Urban, Tide. Who we got? Flex there, who I've seen around the traps plenty of times. Like I said, the 7 other content creators in my support group. Radu, who I stupidly left out of my memory banks. I'll mention him first. Joe, Dark Sun, Celtic Link, Shadow, Water Buffalo Man, and I'm forgetting someone else now. What the fuck? On then myself. God damn it, there's too many of. Oh, and King Hitman. They're the 8. I got them all. First go. Woo! All right, one more run. Let's see how this goes, eh? We'll take an item, and we've got 2 time travelers. Let's pump this up. We've got 2 time travelers, so we'll do this. Let's go.
Let's do this.
He's on turn 1 though, Physical Piccolo. I'm going to float him though. He's got type advantage as well. I'm going to float him because we got the Easy A Vegito coming to meet the Limit Breaker Vegito on this rotation. So with the Easy A being in slot 7, it's probably best we float the Easy A Piccolo to meet LR Piccolo on the other rotation as soon as possible. I think that's the way to go. All right, what do we got? We'll skip that. Super Attack is coming in slot 1 as always. You know what? Let's see how this goes. What do you reckon? I'm not going to pop an item. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Let's see how we go. No items. Support memory is active. Holy shit. What did Vegito take? Oh, a lot of his damage reduction comes from that's what I was hoping for. Alright, this is interesting to see how Vegito goes in a non-crossover team. Maybe if you want to do a wildcard award for Dokkan Awards, you could do best dub. A wildcard award is interesting. The only problem with that is I want to attribute trophies to everything. Therefore, they've got like a category, if that makes sense. So I'm unsure how I would approach a wildcard award. That's an interesting idea, though. I like it. Just unsure how to approach it. Do an additional, please. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. Still taking damage, but I mean, no damage reduction hurts. Well, there's our heal with her, so we're probably in trouble here. I need to do this, actually, yeah, and I'm going to pop the Whis. One, that'll be the best to give me as many orbs as possible for Piccolo, and then I'll give her those. Yeah, alright, cool. So she doesn't have her dodge active, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure her dodge activates... holy shit! He was at 6.5 million then. You're going to do a big stream for the awards this Saturday. Look at the banner unit Piccolo. I know we've wanked him out, but fuck me. He just did 6-point-something million attack. Alright, tank you bitch. Just do, I mean, he probably should. He'll take a little bit of damage maybe? No. Saturday. Alright, what am I doing Saturday? What am I doing Saturday? Oh, I'll be away. I'll try and jump in, but Saturday for you will be Sunday for me. So I'll see where I'm at, but I'll be at home. I'll be on holidays, like away. So I'll see where I'm at. I'll obviously try and jump in if I can. I'll try and make an effort, even if it's just for a little bit. Seeing as they're kind of, my awards, I feel like it would be rude of me not to make an appearance. But yeah, make sure you tag me or something so I can get a reminder. Zijo did a redub, which is much better. Yeah, I did see that, but again, because I play on mute, I don't really pay much attention. Oh, and there's a dodge. Okay, she needs a dodge to build up. She needs 3 total. All right, we've got a Whis active as well, don't we? Yeah. So we should be pretty powerful here. I'm going to put Vegito there because I want to see if he can get his counter. With all those attacks handy, you would imagine the super's coming in that patch. I was going to ask if you wanted to record a speech or award. Yeah, I'm more than happy to, man. Maybe if you want to just pre-record, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Hey, Rado, bro, I need to apologize to you straight up. I hit 2K subscribers in the stream, and I was going through everyone that I appreciate, and obviously the first mob of people that I showed appreciation for was our little crew, our creators crew, that Discord. And I was trying to list off everyone, and I kept getting to 7 and forgetting who the 8th was, and it was you, and I felt so horrible. But yeah, dude, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for just being you, honestly. Yeah, please don't think for a second that I underappreciate, because dude, I feel horrible. Did we get supered then or not? We mustn't have. Huh. I was hoping we'd get to see the counter. This Battle of Wits team's got a bit of a buff lately. But yeah, Joe, we'll discuss it whenever, if you like. I'm more than happy to sort of work on something this week with you. I'm going to do this, and we'll pop this, eh? I haven't seen this active skill in a while. I love this Piccolo. Hopefully we get some more long content to really get this guy... I jumped at that 15 mil attack. It's crazy, eh? It's absolutely crazy. So there's no items or no intro active. Yeah, man, I'm good. I've been going through everyone's awards. So I just went through. This is shit. What's his name on here? Dart. He's in the chat just above. He did his awards, so I went through and ranked his awards. I went in the Discord where people have been posting their picks, and I've been kind of going through that. As I mentioned, where are we? If this wants to refresh, I just hit 2,000 subscribers, so it's been a day. For the last stream of the year, it's been very, very good. So I'm very good. Thank you. How are you? We'll do this. Do this. And I'm going to wrap up the stream after this run. I've kind of gone overtime, but I figured it's worthy of doing that in the final stream of the year. Yeah, man. By the way, we just watched this banner unit Piccolo pump out 2 6.5 or a 6.5 and a 6.8 million. Oh, Piccolo's dodging. Fuck me. 6.5 and a 6.8 million attack stat whilst tanking a super from Urges and Muscle. 15 million. Look at this Piccolo rotation. Coming to fuck shit up. Yeah, man. 2K I'm stoked about. Hopefully monetization comes soon on YouTube. Just by the way, 800. I've got 1,000 subscribers in the last 12 months, almost to the day, and 800 of them have come since the worldwide celebration where I decided to start showing defense stats. That's how impactful that decision was to add the defense stats to my content. 316k defense. He's going to bump that up here with his active skill. Toa has her dodge ready to go, so she should dodge that one attack that she's going to face. And you jump to that 15 mil attack stat. Vegito's probably going to be doing more now that he's got that extra bit of support. This is going to be a crazy turn. He's at 800k defense. Here we go. That is awesome. The growth is phenomenal. Yeah, man. Honestly, like I said before when I was, showing my appreciation for everyone. What are we going to take here? We're not going to take anything because we're fucking dodging. Anyone who doubts dodge can suck it. That was just like pinnacle right there. That's his build. That's why he's just done his He just dodged a super. He just crit because the crit's built in. He's just done another crit because it's built in and the additional. If you want to tell me that my hidden potential build for him is not optimal, you can fuck right off because he has just proven it. He's dodged the super, he's done the additional from the hidden potential, and he's crit for every attack. He is optimal. This guy's just done his... Oh, mate. Whoo! Whoo! Yeah, right, I was saying, like, it's so hard not to feel like I'm bragging when I'm, like, proud of it. Like, I'm just really proud of the fact that I don't want to say it wasn't a huge risk, but like you know what? It's a Piccolo sweep day, so let's use the active skill, eh? It's really hard not to be like super vocal about how proud I am for making a decision for my content that is paid off, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, and I feel like I've rambled on enough about it on this stream, but obviously you're new to the chat on this stream, so I wanted to kind of, make sure that I made myself clear when talking about it. But look at this. Piccolo's just going to show off. Yeah, fuck it. Here we go. Piccolo, bring it home. 3.6. Big orange Piccolo, bringing it on. And the additional. Woo! Oh, we've really just shown Piccolo off, hey? Yeah, man, it's so good. And I mean, one thing that I probably don't mention enough is that even prior to making that change of like showing the defense stats or even changing the aspect ratio or things like that, I'm really kind of constantly racking my brain for ideas of unique things that you guys can maybe incorporate into your content that wouldn't suit me, if that makes sense. And I think Joe really was onto something with those guides for bosses. I really would like to help him if he still wants to do that, make that be part of his regular content every time a new stage comes out, to do a really helpful graphic that that displays boss stats for players, because I think that's an important thing that players maybe, I don't want to say they misunderstand, but they don't take into consideration enough because it's not as obvious to players. So I'd like to, yeah, if he still wants to do that, or if even you, Rado, wanted to, if Joe said he didn't want to do that, I'd love to kind of make that become a reality. Because I've got my guides. Whether or not, I mean, if Joe doesn't want to do it, I guess I could do it, but I don't really feel like it suits my content so much. But I mean, yeah, I'm always thinking of unique ways to adapt content to differentiate myself and even you guys to other content creators. It's an important thing, I think. So we see, look at this Piccolo. I mean, I'm sitting here so powerful, this Piccolo. Look at him, he's just doing his additionals for the fun of it. Thank you, Dokkan Battle will be using orange Piccolo. Mine's not even rainbow, by the way. This is a 79% Piccolo, and he's done. We won't use the other one. I want to see this Piccolo have a bit of a crack. That's not enough orbs, unfortunately, but that's okay. This will be fine for the... It's a shame there's no area of effect. He's fully built up, so if we do take a super... Ooh, no, he's not fully built up. Might have hurt ourselves otherwise. 7. Imagine that. Imagine being an LR and just casually putting out like nearly 8 mil at 79% and you're just like not even doing your 18 key super. 6 mil. And a massively raise on super attack for his attack as well. Bang. No crit, unfortunately. Look at that, 7. Yeah, man, when this guy pumps off. Ooh. How'd you go, Stutch? Get your housework done? On the triple super from this Piccolo. He's not mucking around either. Mate, 2023 is the year of Piccolo, really, hey? Yes. He's not tanking, but that's okay. And then 10 mil. Are you fully built up? feel like 10 mil from the rainbow one at 24 key. And yeah, he was. Okay. All right, let's see how much damage. We could die, honestly, right here. But let's see what we did. Let's see what we take. A normal won't kill us, I don't think. 500k though. It's all right. Well, we won. Well, guys, I might wrap up the stream. This is the final stream of the year. There'll be a 2-week gap between now and my next one. So obviously Christmas Day and New Year's Day are the next 2 weeks, next 2 Mondays. I did a visit from the pet sitter to look after the animals while we're in the new year. Oh, cool. That's cool. Awesome. But yeah, just to wrap it up, guys, appreciate every single one of you. Even if I haven't mentioned you, don't think that I don't appreciate every one of you. All 2,000 of my subscribers. Okay, I'm just going to go through it. This is going to be a bit of a long-winded wrap-up, just to be sure. All 2,000 of my subscribers, I thoroughly appreciate. On Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, all 2,929 followers, I thoroughly appreciate. On Instagram, let's see if I can get the exact number so I can be sure. All 10,217 followers on Instagram. Every single fucking one of you. You're all the best. I genuinely love it. I'm like I said, I got 800 subscribers in the last 3 months to make it 1,000 in a year. If that doesn't show you how rapidly my content is growing, and look at this, I nearly got 200 bloody subscribers as followers in a day on Instagram. I mean, I ramble too much, but I just can't explain enough how grateful I am to be doing this. I hope I'm monetized soon. I'm monetized. I am currently monetized on Twitter. I hope that increases. I am not yet monetized on YouTube. I hope that happens soon. The sooner that happens, the more content I can create. I hope this eventually becomes a full-time thing so I can hang out with you guys more often. Yeah, I can't be more grateful for the support that I've received. Yeah, if you ever have any questions, man, feel free to hit me up. I love communicating with you all in and out of stream. YouTube comments are always there, and I'll always endeavor to reply, as long as it's not just a bland comment that doesn't really have much conversation started. Some comments are like that. YouTube, Ko-Fi, if you wish to support me monetarily, obviously that's an option. Never go out of your means. Anything, basically Ko-Fi is there for any change you find down the side of the couch, or if you want to buy me a coffee, that's kind of the namesake of that platform. Discord, I have a server linked in the description below. Instagram, comments, go nuts. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, hit me up at any time. I'm more than happy to chat about anything with you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. I need to get to work. I have a lot to do this week. Thanks for coming, guys. As always, I'll see you in the next one, or I'll see you in the new year. Thanks again. See you around.